What's up, party people? Today I got something kind of sort of special. This is a new game I've mentioned before to friends and on stream called Spellbreak. It is essentially a magic spell based battle royale game. It's starting its closed alpha soon. It is essentially in pre-alpha right now. I believe the closed alpha starts tomorrow. I'm recording this on Monday, so that makes Tuesday, February 12th, I believe. I'm in the practice area right now, and I wanted to go over a few things for anybody who's unfamiliar with the game or knows a little bit about it but doesn't necessarily know what's going on in the game. So the first thing I want to go over is basic controls. It's WADS. You've got your Q, which goes, it's the second or stronger ability of your attacks. So what you essentially have is the left mouse being the left arm attack, the right mouse being right arm attack. Q would be your ultimate for your left arm attack, and E would be your ultimate for your right arm attack. These are all the different pickups in the game, all the items that you can wear, gear and whatnot. And what that basically is you have boots, and I'll get into the specifics of what each one is later. You've got amulets. So if you look in the lower left hand corner, you'll see your amulets icon, belts icon, and your boots. And they offer different types of stat boosts depending on which boots you pick. And they're color coded for common and I believe it's common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. So gray, green, blue, purple, and gold. As for amulets, you've got gauntlets. You don't get actual weapons in this game. What you get are gauntlets. Technically weapons, but these are how you augment your spells. You, this is your normal mage or sorcery spell. Putting a gauntlet focuses your energy into that specific element. So you've got frost, flame, stone, wind, lightning, and toxin. We'll get into those specifically later, but what you need to know is that unlike other wearable gears, these actually increase on a tier basis. So as with belts and runes here and the boots way over there, and the amulets, the boots are back there. These actually have multiples in different tiers. So this is toxic, so you have common all the way up through legendary, like I said before. But they're the only type of item that has multiple tiers of the same item. Whereas belts, each belt has unique stats, and a group of them will be in each tier, except for the common. So each one of these is unique in what they do, but the uniqueness of the stats modification is what makes them belong in one tier or another. And that's true for the boots also, it's true for the runes, it's true for the amulets. Runes are essentially travel abilities, except for this one. I'll get to those later also. I'm going to fast forward to another area, which is actually right over here, to show you some other items you can pick up and other ways to pick up items. Okay, so here we have a chest, and you interact with stuff with F. You press tab to open up your inventory, and again, you've got amulets. You only get 4 inventory slots. So you get your left gauntlet, your right gauntlet, your rune goes here, amulet, belt, and boots. And when you're in inventory mode, doing like moving around so that everything you see is on screen or close enough so that you can interact with it in some way, it all shows up here on the right side. One thing that the game doesn't do that I wish it did, let me move my interface real quick. That's good for right now. Is that you can't left or right mouse and drag here in this neutral area to like look around like you can in other battle royale games where you can have the inventory open while you're searching through stuff, but you can still look around to see if there's anybody around trying to hit you. You can't do that here. I hope that they get to that, or maybe have that in the plans at some point. But essentially you got small and large health potions, so you can pick them up and they do stack. Pick up other stuff. I'm not going to pick up any gear, just consumables. And I'm actually going to hold on to them for demonstration purposes later as to what they can do and what good they are. So that's interesting. You can only stack 2 at a time. That's not very helpful. Okay. If you want to get rid of something from your inventory, you drag it from the spot over here to this open area. Or, if you want to pick something up, you can drag it from here to here. Nope, that wasn't right. Oh, that's right, they only stack 2, so it replaced that one. So I got 2 of those. You can also just press F. Even if you're in the inventory mode, you can still just press F, and it'll pick it up anyway. Interesting choices. Featherfall. Oop. What's this? Sprinting. I'm not picking up any of the wearable gear over here because all of it's located in that first area that you automatically spawn into when you come into the practice area. Press M, you get the map. So you start over here. In previous builds of the game, you would just start at random locations and you'd have to move around and eventually find your way over here. I'm not sure I'm going to make a video exploring this entire island. But if that's something you want to see, let me know and I'll do a walkthrough of the island in a separate video. Also, you get, if you press B, you open up your build, your class build. And I will get into exactly what these things are and how they affect your overall build. I think I'm going to do that last, because I want to run through the gauntlets and everything that they do, and more importantly, how different combinations of gauntlets affect each other's abilities, both positively and negatively. There's a fair amount of information there. How the boots can augment that, or augment your stats to work with or against whatever might be equipped. Same with amulets. Same with belts. But as far as potions, I think it's just small and large. I don't think there are any medium-sized potions. The first thing you'll notice about any gauntlets that you pick up is that the higher the tier is, if they're the same element, the more vivid the visual imagery is. So this is the frost, and you can tell. I'm waiting for the roll to charge. You see, that's what that timer is. You have a mana bar. That light blue bar is the light blue bar with the 2 stars, the star and the cross. That's your mana bar. Oh, you know what? Before I even do that, here's something else I want to make clear right away. When you use your powers without gauntlets on, each hit costs 10 mana points. When you put a gauntlet on, which one's which? Legendary is left, okay. When you put a gauntlet on, there's a funky little thing, I'll get to that also. When you put a gauntlet on, the amount of mana cost per shot goes up. So, open-handed was 10, The common is 15. Excuse me, the common is 25. And the legendary was 17. What I'm going to do is I'm going to check to see if all of the commons are the same or if there's any favoritism shown to any element. So here we've got flame and stone. Flame and stone, okay. 25. 20. Okay, so the amount of mana used per shot does depend, apparently, on the element, but that doesn't seem to be as prevalent nearly as much as on the tier of the ability itself. So wind is left, lightning is right. 13. 17. Okay. Okay. So lightning, and then there's toxic. 20. Okay, so essentially any gauntlet that you use is going to cost more mana per shot than unarmed, than empty-handed rather. But let's go to the dummy. I believe they'll also do more damage. That's 10. Oh, the same. Grab the lightning one. For DPS for several seconds. 9, 9. It's a 3-shot, and the lightning bolt is a 3-burst. Okay. So yes, each element has its own individual mana cost, and the mana cost drops as you find higher and higher tiered gauntlets per element family. That's essentially the basics. That's everything you need to know to really get started. I'm going to start another video where I talk specifically about the positives and negatives of each element and how they work with each other. That really does deserve its own video because there's a lot there. But my next video is actually going to be on the runes because that's super interesting. Hope you found this informative. I'm super excited about this game. Be sure to like and subscribe. Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.